everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Nina.
And I'm Matt. And today we're looking at part 2 of practicing what you learned properly.
Have you ever tried learning anything and practicing?
I think one time when I tried to learn and practice something, I didn't do it properly. And that was when I tried to learn to play the guitar.
Oh, really? How did you practice and how did you learn?
Well, first I got a guitar, and then it mostly just sat in my closet.
Okay.
So I didn't really practice enough. At first I tried to watch some YouTube videos and tried to look up some easy, things online with easy music pages.
Yeah.
But I never set improvement goals or a schedule of when I should practice. So most of the time it just sat in my closet and then I think my parents eventually must have sold it or thrown it away.
Oh, really?
I don't know where my guitar is now.
How old were you?
I was in university at the time.
Oh, okay.
I was around 20 years old.
Okay, so that is not the way to learn properly.
No, I think we should all be like the boy in our article today and practice what we learned properly. And we're going to find out some more about how he does this when we get into today's article.
All right, we'll see you later.
Another part of practicing properly is focusing on quality, not quantity. Therefore, Sal doesn't practice for hours just to put the time in. Instead, he practices until he sees real improvement.
Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of practicing what you learned properly.
So let's find out some more ways that you can practice properly. Another part of practicing properly is focusing on quality, not quantity.
Quality, what's that?
So quality is the measure of how good or bad something is. So for example, the quality of the cheap toy was bad and it broke the first time he played with it.
Ah, okay.
So it was not made well, it was bad, or we can even say high or low quality, meaning good or bad.
Oh yeah. For example, you can also say the quality of this shirt isn't very good because it makes me itchy. All right, so quantity. Quantity is a noun. It's the amount or number of something. So they're saying that quality is more important than quantity, right? So you can also say you should choose quality over quantity when it comes to friends, right? So maybe one good friend is better than having 3 not so good friends.
Right. So having a lot of something isn't better than having a really good something. So in this case, studying a lot is not better than just doing a really good job at studying. Okay,
so continuing. Therefore, Sal doesn't practice for hours just to put the time in. Instead, he practices until he sees real improvement. All right, so he's not just doing it so he does a lot of it. He's doing it so he will actually improve.
Right, they said just to put the time in. So when you put time into something, it means that you are just spending time doing something. And when we say just to put the time in, it means that you're just doing it to have a lot of time doing it and not because it's helping or doing anything really productive or helpful. Okay, so they use a word there which was therefore. therefore is an adverb which is used often at the beginning of a sentence, meaning for that reason. So for that reason or because of this, we use therefore.
So it's kind of like the word so.
So I could say, the baby was crying loudly last night, therefore I didn't sleep at all. So because of the baby's loud crying, I didn't sleep. So these are some interesting ways to improve studying ability and how to practice better. So we should always remember quality over quantity, which is a very well-known expression. Quality over quantity, even when it comes to practicing.
Yeah, so kind of like if you are studying and if you already set some time to study, if you're not in the right place or you feel like you're too tired to actually keep the knowledge, then maybe you should keep your energy and do it the next day so that you have more ability to learn.
That's right. So you should take a break from practicing, and we should take a break right now, and we'll see you after.
All right.
To check his progress, Sal records himself and reviews the footage. He can see his errors as well as his successes. He can also show it to others and get their opinions. From that, Sal can find out where he improved. More importantly, he can find out where he needs to put more effort and keep practicing.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were talking about how quality is more important than quantity. So let's find out more about what Sal does to help him learn properly.
Okay. To check his progress, Sal records himself and reviews the footage. Okay, so to record means to make a permanent account or a permanent record, we'd actually say, of something. And this can be by writing, by filming something, or by recording or making a copy of the sound or the audio. So I think in this case, he's talking about a video because he said he's going to look back at the footage.
Yes, and he will review it. To review as a verb is to think or talk about something again, usually in order to make some changes. So as a noun, for example, you could leave a review on something. It's usually telling what you think about it. Yes, so what Sal does is he records himself to review it afterwards. Which reminds me about how you learned to play the guitar or didn't learn.
Didn't learn, that's right.
I tried to teach myself how to learn the guitar too when I was young. But I didn't start from the beginning. I just taught myself how to play the song, the chords of a specific song so that I could play and sing at the same time. So I would record myself and then go back to review it to see where I can improve.
Okay, well, so that helped you?
Yeah, that helped, but I think it would also help more if I learned from the basics.
Okay. So both you and Sal would review the footage. So footage usually means a piece of a video. Usually it's, just the plain video hasn't been changed or edited yet. Now this word footage comes from the word foot, meaning a measure of a foot. So a foot is a measure about this long or so. And so footage, meaning the length of something. And this was used because when they used to film things with an old camera, you had film that could be measured in feet, and that's why it was called the footage.
Wow, okay. So continuing with the article, he can see his errors as well as his successes. He can also show it to others and get their opinions. Okay, so it's not just what he thinks, but other people will also help him correct his mistakes, right? So error here is another word for mistake. Yeah. So for example, he admitted that he'd made an error. So he made a mistake.
Okay, so he can see his errors and his successes. So he can see what he's done badly and what he's done well.
Yes.
So he can improve from that. From that, Sal can find out where he improved. More importantly, he can find out where he needs to put more effort and keep practicing.
Okay, I think that's actually a pretty good way to learn. To record yourself so you can actually look back on how you did and catch the things that you need to improve.
There's one thing that he does that I don't know if I would be brave enough to do.
What's that?
And that's to show these videos to other people to get their opinions. I think
that's true.
You have to be a little bit brave to when you're practicing something new and you're going to show it to other people.
Yeah, well, maybe you can start by just showing it to your family members. Maybe you'll feel less afraid to do that.
Maybe. But anyway, I think watching back videos, is a good way to learn. And that's why I always watch these videos of myself to make sure that I can improve and be the best for you.
Ah, that's so nice. So hopefully this episode taught you how to learn properly and you picked up some tricks.
That's right. I'm going to get back to learning the guitar right now. So I'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Another part of practicing properly is focusing on quality, not quantity. Therefore, Sal doesn't practice for hours just to put the time in. Instead, he practices until he sees real improvement. To check his progress, Sal records himself and reviews the footage. He can see his errors as well as his successes. He can also show it to others and get their opinions. From that, Sal can find out where he improved. More importantly, he can find out where he needs to put more effort and keep practicing.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 therefore 副词因此所以。Staying up late is not good. Therefore, you should go to bed early. 熬夜不好，因此你应该早点睡觉。下一个单字 record 动词录影录音。We recorded Anna's wedding on video. 我们用影片记录了 Anna 的婚礼。下一个单字 review 动词检视复习。I am reviewing history for tomorrow's test. 我正在复习明天要考的历史。最后一个单字 error 名词错误疏失。I made an error in my calculations and got the wrong answer. 我的计算出了错误，所以得到了错误的答案。Calculation 就是计算。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 put in 投入付出，这是一个可分的动词片语，后面常常接所花费的时间。我们来看看这个例句。She put in a lot of hard work to finish the project on time. 她付出了很多努力，以便按时完成这个案子。下一个文法 as well as 以及和，这是一个对等连接词，相当于 and， 特别要注意前后连接的词性必须要一致哦。我们来看看这个例句。She enjoys hiking as well as camping. 她喜欢徒步旅行以及露营。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Tunghai University's Luce Chapel was built in memory of Mr. Henry W. Luce with the purpose of spreading the gospel. Tunghai University is a Christian university, so the Luce Chapel is important to the school. The chapel is built in an open, treeless space separate from teaching and student activity areas. The Luce Chapel was completed in 1963. It is a famous landmark in Taiwan. The chapel is 19.6 meters tall and 30.25 meters wide. The weight of the beamless structure is evenly spread among 4 curved surfaces. The Luce Chapel's exterior curves upwards, symbolizing a relationship with God. Some say that it looks like a bird that is about to fly. Others say that it looks like praying hands. The Getty Foundation's project to conserve modern architecture named the chapel as one of its first group of 10 buildings to be preserved. The Luce Chapel is truly a pride of Taiwan.